which is called Japanglish, if you're curious.
Okay.
And Fate Grand Carnival Season 2 got its English translation a couple months ago. And we got to hear the glory that is Gomenasari.
Gomenasari.
Pollywags aren't that small.
You don't
I mean,
know.
they're
You've
small,
never
but
seen
they're
one in
not that
person.
small.
I have a perfectly normal sized polywag. Thank you very much.
Do we have anything to say about Metroid Prime before we start?
It's Metroid Prime. No, we do not.
Okay. Slot 1. Which of these Miis are we gonna pick?
The blonde on the top row, because it looks vaguely Samus-ish.
Okay.
Like Samus if she worked a 9 to 5 instead of was a bounty
Samus
hunter.
was a businesswoman. Alright. This is going off the starting great.
Back in my day, games used to be in 4x3.
It took a long time to figure out how to get it in widescreen too, so it very nearly was.
Back in my day, we didn't have motion controls.
I'm using a
I mean,
controller for the
kinda-
motion controls, so.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had motion controls back then. It was the, the like light guns for like time crisis and stuff. That kind of
Oh, yeah,
counts.
sure.
It counts in a vague sort of sense.
There was that one game on the DS that had like the tilt sensor in it. Or it might have been Game Boy Advance. What game was that?
WarioWare used that a lot.
Yeah, that might be
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
I think there was something else that did
Yeah.
too.
Oh, was it
That-
Kirby? Yeah, tilt and
There
roll.
mi- yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Speaking of
exactly what the name
Kirby, when we gonna get a Kirby Dream Course sequel?
of it. Seriously.
Why is it that, like, of all the Nintendo series, Kirby gets the most creative spin-off? Because, like, you got, the obvious with the pinball, but then you've got, like, Air Ride, you've got a Dream Course if you want to play Kirby Golf. But, like, instead of, like, Mario Golf, Kirby is the ball.
Yeah.
You've got what's the new one? The food one.
Look at these modern FPS
Oh.
controls.
Yeah, I forget the name of it.
I'm waiting because we had the Mario DDR. I'm waiting for a Kirby DDR, but every single song you have to do the Kirby end of stage dance, including the duplicating yourself.
I don't remember what I mapped the scan button to.
Did anyone else get stuck on that door for a little while as a child? Because I did.
No.
I couldn't read the
There it is.
instructions.
No,
I think
read
I
the
got stuck on it.
instructions.
Jonathan's just
okay.
bragging. He probably got stuck too.
Yeah, he
I
probably
was an obedient child.
I I had problems that persist to this day with reading obvious on-screen text.
Yeah, you're talking to a person who plays games that are predominantly reading. So
Am I gonna scan everything in this game? What's happening?
No, we're not.
okay.
do you
It
want
sounds like an
the
awful
good
idea.
end?
I don't.
No, we're getting that in.
Yeah, we're getting bad end. Only bad ends on this channel.
Yep.
No,
Super
but
bad
that's
in
not,
sleuths.
that's not true. We got the good end of Frisky Business, where
The
nobody
most
died.
important Let's Play this
Allegedly.
channel has done. Frisky business. And I say
Nobody
that
died.
with no irony whatsoever.
Nobody
Completely
died, and we got the lead-in for the sequel that is sadly never going to happen.
I
Because
want
the
Frisky
last
Business
time
2
the
so
person's-
badly.
Yeah, like what was it that you found that the last time the person's Twitter was updated was like
The
2016 or
account
something like
is
that?
basically dead. I don't think there's
Yeah.
going to be a Frisky Business 2. Look at this game.
Unless
So good looking.
unless it gets picked up by some other company. We'll just wait for EA to buy it. It'll happen
Let's
eventually.
put our money together and buy it together.
Absolutely.
I got about $20. You think that's enough?
Honestly, we probably like. I don't think the person who made it particularly cares about it, so they'd probably take whatever for it, and I'd be down.
Like that we have
We can
spent the
turn-
majority of the beginning of this talking
Well,
about
there's
Kirby
nothing happening
Frisky
at the beginning.
Business.
Look, nothing happens at the beginning of Metroid Prime.
Look,
all right, you hang around.
I released the
and
trailer of this
go-
game. I told them what's happening already. Did you all watch the
Oh, okay.
trailer?
I stopped at the 30-second mark. It was a little cringy, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, look, it was cringy on purpose. That was the bit,
Oh,
because
okay.
that's what commercials
That's what they
were
all
like
say.
back then.
Uh-huh. They were. You are correct.
I don't know. Commercials were real weird back in the day. You remember the severed head Sprite commercial? Where
didn't
like the person's
need to
going through
remember that.
the person's going through airport security, and they like, this is before 9/11, so it's really easy to go through airport security. Like they send their luggage through the X-ray thing. The person's like, I'm gonna need you to open your bag, and he opens it, and it's a bag full of Sprite cans and a dude's head. And then the dude's head says something, and then the commercial ends. And it's like, okay, was this supposed to sell me something?
Just remember those bizarre PSP commercials.
And the PS commercials. Those were weird too.
Yeah, I don't even remember what they were, but there was
The
just
PSP commercials with the squirrels
yeah, they were squirrels, weren't they?
talking about their nuts.
I thought that was the
Yeah.
Quiznos commercial.
The Quiznos, I know which one you're talking
you're
about.
right.
The one with the one with the weird monkey things.
You might be right. That might be what I was thinking of.
No, the Quiznos had a weird monkey thing that was made as it was like a.
Yeah.
I looked into this not too long ago because someone else mentioned it, and it was like a
Oh,
student
no.
art project or something. And Quiznos is like, this is weird. We're gonna buy it for our commercial.
Okay,
It's like-
that's what I mapped it to.
Wise business investment. Or the relatively recent Mountain Dew Super Bowl commercial. I want to say it was like 2015, 2016. The puppy monkey baby.
Oh, that was bizarre.
Like, what are you selling?
Yeah.
Meth?
I think they're hoarding that to make their commercials.
LSD?
Please don't make me say LSD's
Mountain Dew started.
LSD's nuts. Never mind.
I hadn't planned on it. If Mountain Dew started putting LSD in their drinks, I would be down.
I'm so good at this game.
It's so good.
Yeah, you're killing all these poor crippled space pirates.
You just
I know
lock
they
on
they
straight
sent
on
out a
them.
distress call, and I'm just murdering them now.
Yeah, seriously, they send out a distress call and Samus shows up and she's like, alright, easy pickings.
Here I go to murder.
I mean, to be fair, she showed up and like they're like, we need help. We're gonna ask for help by shooting at you.
Oh boy,
So like
time to violate Geneva Conventions.
both
Oh, boy.
parties are very stupid in this situation.
Yo, you survived a
I
missile.
mean,
what the
honestly, the regular space pirates were probably down to get help from Samus. They're just desperate for help from anybody. But like Ridley saw her ship coming in, and he's like, "Okay, it's Samus coming to help us. Everybody shoot her when she shows up." And they're like, "But we need help." And he's like, "Anybody who doesn't shoot at her, I'm going to eat."
So does Meta
So-
Ridley does he like exist? You know what I mean? Is it the same Ridley as the first game? Or is
It's
it
the same Ridley.
So I was actually just about to say, should we get everyone caught up on where we are in the Metroid story here?
I'll leave that to you all.
Prime takes place before the final quote-unquote death of Ridley, but like he keeps getting dug back up and brought back to life, so he's not gonna stay dead.
You're actually leaving this up to metroid.fandom.com/wiki/metroid_timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Because Nintendo doesn't care.
So Metroid Prime takes place after Metroid.
But before
Metroid 2.
I think he dies finally, quote unquote, in Super Metroid.
Excuse me, it goes Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3, Metroid Prime Federation Force, everyone's favorite Metroid Prime, and then Metroid 2.
I think he's in Metroid Fusion, but only frozen. I can't remember if he actually had a boss or not.
Yeah, he I think it's his corpse that gets piloted by a bit of X. Because you do fight him, but it's not him, if I recall. It's been a long time since I played Fusion.
It's a good game.
Next, LP.
Every Metroid game is a pretty good game, with some notable exceptions.
Did we play? Did anybody play Dread?
The baby. Yeah,
I still need to play Dread.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet either.
As long as you can get through the one room.
Before Jonathan gets mad, I have to scan this boss apparently.
You can't reference things that happened before you started recording.
Yeah.
You have to scan every boss because it tells you where to shoot them for extra damage. And one of the bosses, you can't kill him unless you scan him. But, yeah, like, the one positive that Other M gave us was it gave us the fact that Samus can, in fact, fight without her suit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not entirely reliant, like, she's not 100% reliant on the technology. She still does have crazy super soldier DNA. But boy, Other M is just awful. The fact that Samus isn't allowed to do anything unless her robot boyfriend tells her first.
Yes. Alright, so
Adam, I'm burning alive. I need to bury a suit. Too bad. Seriously, that happens.
So, would you all like to know the story of an NES game?
Obviously.
Alright. Samus goes to the planet Zebes?
I think it's
Zabias?
Zebes?
If I recall, it is Zebes.
To stop the space pirates from exploiting the Metroid species for galactic domination.
I mean, honestly,
She succeeds.
It's less that, and it's more she wants to murder Ridley. Ridley has turned killing Samus's parents into an Olympic sport because he killed her biological parents, he killed her adoptive parents, and then he killed her second adoptive parent. Ridley has the gold medal of parent murder.
Is this like what happens in the manga or something?
Yes. It's referenced because, like, her biological parents getting killed is referenced in one of the games. I don't remember which one, but then she gets adopted by the Chozo, and then it's referenced that Ridley came along to the Chozo and murdered all of them as well.
So, I know there's a burning question in all of your all's minds about the canonicity of Metroid Prime Pinball. But I have good news. Metroid Prime Pinball is actually a retelling of the original Metroid Prime, but in pinball format.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
So,
where does Smash Bros. Take place in the lore?
That's not canon because that's toys fighting against each other.
Oh.
But only in Melee. They kind of dropped that whole...
Yeah, what about that subspace emissary thing?
Right, yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about it anymore. Sakurai's still mad about that. I can't believe you all would leak the script for my Smash Bros. Fanfiction. The only good thing to come out of Subspace Emissary is when Sheik and Fox are fighting, and Peach interrupts them and tells them to settle it over a cup of tea, and Fox is all mad, and then the camera cuts and Sheik is just politely sipping tea. It's the best thing to come out of that.
It's pretty good.
Everything else is like, what a waste of 100 hours to unlock all the characters. You want to see Lucas and Wario team up and
Speedrun
fight
strats. Oh crap.
the giant robot thing? I mean, kinda, but like,
Yeah.
in a different game. I don't want to see that in Smash Bros. I want to see that in a visual novel.
Do you think you have enough time to finish this?
Ooh.
I knew you were gonna get. I thought for sure you were gonna get by that. Good God,
I totally forgot that was there.
I didn't say anything because I was really hoping it would happen.
I know. I saw you go into the first tunnel, and I was like, "Oh."
I
remember
played this opening like 3 times, and I just got so focused on our conversation, I forgot that was gonna happen. It's your boy.
Quick, use this ability that you're not going to see for another 20 hours.
Hey Samus, do you have any parents around?
I always thought Ridley was a girl.
It's a pterodactyl. I don't think it matters.
I mean, just the name Ridley, you know. I mean, it's named after Ripley, so...
Yeah, I guess, but like...
I mean, to be fair, Ripley's the last name, so...
At the same time,
Alright, this
like,
is embarrassing. Come on.
You go and read into about the creation of Metroid stuff. They thought bounty hunters were like good people and like basically space cops. Like they didn't know bounty hunters were real things, stuff like that. Like
the Metroid Wiki has some quick facts about Ridley here. Gender, male. Hair, no hair.
I hope he doesn't have hair.
Eye color, yellow, orange, yellow, green.
It's so dumb that like Ridley punches you once and you lose all your stuff.
Do you think anyone...
No, Ridley didn't punch me. It was just an explosion that just happened.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you think anyone ever has Googled what is Ridley's eye color? And been led to this page and thought, oh, thank God.
Look.
Metroid Wiki has it covered.
Look. There is a lot of particular types of art out there.
Okay. All right. We can stop that there.
So I guarantee you that every physical feature of Ridley's has been Googled at some point or another.
Not to,
Look at that space pirate in the
jump
background
on
just
the
floating.
wiki.
Oh, there's a bunch of them floating. Holy crap.
Canonicity of said body parts is debatable.
Samus is such a badass.
You think Ridley is sort of like a Turian in
Pirate frigate escaped?
in Mass Effect, where they have like, you know, Turians have a deployable genitals, for lack of a better word. So Turians have an exoskeleton, and the little codex entry about them implies that when it is time for business between Turians, it kind of opens like pod bay door. Just go through and read the Mass Effect Codex sometimes. You learn some weird things about the different species. Like the fact that nobody knows what Asari really look like. Because they look different to every species, because they look sexually appealing
That's
to
just
every
Asari
species.
propaganda.
wouldn't it be other species propaganda to be anti-Asari? To be like, you don't know what the Asari look like. They could look like anything. To be like anti-Asari propaganda.
I don't know if that would be anti if everybody's just like, oh,
I don't
they're
know,
so
like,
hot.
but like that I mean that could, you could take it a little
Oh, it's right
well, you
there.
could turn it. You could turn it xenophobic by
I
being
can't even
like,
just
oh,
crawl. Can Samus
why can't
crawl?
Metroid crawl? Oh, it's why can't Metroid crawl?
Look, I'm not a good memer. I just tried saying LSD's nuts.
To be fair, that meme is like almost 20 now. So, oh gosh, is that meme 20?
Probably.
It was like the early internet.
I think it was Yahoo. Was it Yahoo? It might have been a game.
I'm pretty
Facts
sure it
forum or
was,
something.
I'm pretty sure it was a Yahoo answer. It's been so long. What is time?
Feel free to tell me if I'm going the wrong way.
You're going early.
Great.
You're headed towards the Chozo ruins.
Yeah.
Because
But
you
not
can't
in
go
that
anywhere
direction.
else. No. Because there's a giant wall in the way. You can't go anywhere else until you go to the Chozo ruins first.
Which I think is right there.
They really do like
One of these doors.
They really do front load the game with like initial upgrades. You get the missile launcher, the charge beam, the morph ball bomb, all in the Chozo ruins, and then you come back to the Chozo ruins later and get even more upgrades.
I shouldn't even bother with any of this. I can't
You-
jump. I can't roll.
Well, also you can't kill those. They are they when you shoot them, they go full super armor. What's that? There you go. That's where you want to go.
Did you all look at the Twitter of the guy who worked on Metroid Prime and tweeted out a bunch of stuff, like a dev history kind of thing?
Yeah.
I did, because you
That's
sent it
fascinating.
to me. I don't have a Twitter myself, but you sent it to me, so I saw it through that.
Twitter only lets you see a few tweets without logging in. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I tried
yeah.
to go through the whole thread, but
I hate this, but anytime I see Chozo or Chozo Ruins, I immediately think of Star Fox Adventures. The Krazoas.
yeah, that's a problem.
The Krazo?
Shazoa Palace.
My relationship with that game is very weird because, like, I will spend all day shitting on that game if given the opportunity, but if anybody else does, I get defensive of it. Like, hey, you can't say that about that
Just
game.
like a
I
good
love that
parent.
game. Yeah, exactly. You can talk shit about your own kid all day, but the second somebody else does, time to throw hands.
Like, yes, he's a furry, but we still love him.
He's our furry.
Oh my god, Twitter's been a mess. There was a discourse on furries the other day, too.
I saw that. Again, because you sent it to me. I don't go to the Badlands myself.
Oh, it's all bad. So we're heading
There's
to
just
the
not a
first
lot
boss.
to talk about.
No, during
the
this
parts
part,
of this game.
yeah, like,
That's just how this
They're,
game is gonna
like-
go. Metroid Prime just... It's all kind of... It's like... Am I about to say Metroid Prime is Dark Souls?
no, it's a Metroidvania because it created. You can't say it's like Dark Souls. Dark Souls
Is
is a
Metroid Prime
Metroidvania.
Dark Souls?
Metroid Prime is the Dark Souls of comparing.
You can't.
game
You can't
genres.
retroactively call something that. Oh, it's like the stupid asshole that's like, Crash
Oh, God.
Bandicoot is the Dark Souls of platformers. It's like, you motherfuckers. Dark Souls is the Crash Bandicoot of RPG action games. How about that?
Is Dark Souls a Metroid game?
Yes, it's a Metroidvania.
I'm not going. I don't approve of that message.
I mean, it's not a Metroidvania in the sense of like whatever, but like the whole
Genres have to have meaning. You get rid
There
of those
is-
meaning, and then the discourse.
Okay, obviously it doesn't count if you get really good at the game and you can do like sequence breaking stuff, like doing New Londo Ruins first. But like, come on, the fact that you have to like frequently come back to Firelink Shrine and go to a new place from there, and Firelink Shrine
But it's
gets
not because
upgraded
you
and stuff like that.
upgraded. It's not because you found an upgrade that you can now like blow away a path.
Yes, it is, because you can't go into the Grave of the Giants unless you have the Lord's Vessel. And
But that's not an
go-
upgrade. It's just an
and
item.
You can't go into the full New Londo Ruins unless you have the key.
I love
So are
starting
Legend of
shit.
Zelda dungeons Metroidvanias because you find keys to unlock doors?
No, I'm not saying it's a
I'm
full
leaving this call.
I'm not saying
Finish
it's
this
full-
up on your own. I can't
Well, like-
stand for this heresy.
Also, Castlevania didn't used to be that way. Castlevania used to be, you know,
Yeah, the
Straight
Vania part has
line.
always been kind of weird because
yeah. Castlevania didn't start getting the whole Metroid aspect to it until what, the Game Boy Advance?
I don't know about that even.
I would
I don't-
say
It's whenever-
Symphony of the Night.
Does Castlevania does
I
Castlevania
don't-
have any Metroid elements to it at all?
Yes. Yes.
I'd say Symphony of the Night
can.
did.
Symphony of the
Symphony
Night's
of
the
the
only one
Night-
I've played, and I can't think of any like.
It's
Symphony
like you
of the Night,
go
Mario,
back and forth
Shadow-
to areas.
Yeah,
Sure,
because
like you have to explore and you unlock areas.
Yeah, but you have to. You're forgetting about the animal transformations that you have to unlock. Wolf form, bat form, and well,
You're
mist
right.
isn't an animal, but it is a
I have-
transformation.
I have completely
Yeah.
forgotten about that. You're correct.
Castlevania
I
furry
don't.
game.
I don't.
Yes.
No,
Next question.
vampires are the original furries, because people forget that like vampires can turn into more than just bats. They can turn into wolves too. But I'm not
Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
I'm not super knowledgeable on Castlevania. That's something
Yeah.
you'd have to ask Nathan.
Symphony of the Night is literally the only one.
I've
I've
played
played.
some of Circle of the Moon also, but the Game Boy Advance games are actually really hard.
They are
Yeah,
incredibly
the whole
hard.
series is not easy.
Except for the 360 ones. Those are pretty easy.
Oh, the
It's
action,
the worst
the
speedrun I've
action
ever
ones?
seen.
The weird character action games that have elements of Shadow of the Colossus in them.
I just realized the washing machine was on behind me, so it might be audible.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
I mean, that's what it sounds like on my end.
The washing
Ka-chunk,
machine
ka-chunk,
has
ka-chunk.
joined the Discord call.
The washing machine is coming from inside the house.
You got a
Okay.
missile launcher. Congratulations.
You got probably the most useful upgrade in the game.